Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival on Alpha 10.4. I'm an old guy gaming, and this is our final episode of Season 1. Yes, it is. Okay, so what we're going to do in this episode is I'm going to just quickly go over the upgrades that we made to the Cylon Raider in yesterday's stream on Saturday, August 31st. Yep, August 31st. And then we're going to take the Raider out for a spin and use it to blow up the Zirax POIs on Hypanos. And I'm planning on doing that as a time-lapse video with some music and just to kind of have a little bit of fun with the Raider in our last episode here in Season 1. And then in Season 2, we've got a whole new plan, and I will go over what we're going to do in Season 2 at the very end of this episode. Okay, so let's get started here by going over the changes that we made really quick. In case you didn't see the last episode or see yesterday's stream on Twitch on August 31st, here's what we did. So we changed the front end of the Raider here. And so what I did was I pulled the cockpit, the original cockpit, which was actually up here out, and put in a smaller, the smallest armored cockpit that I could put in. And then we rearranged the guns and put them on the side because they were in the center in the original build of the Cylon Raider here. One thing to keep in mind too, if you guys are seeing this for the first time, I built the Cylon Raider in late Alpha 7, early Alpha 8, and never really did much with it after that in terms of upgrading it. So there was a lot of things that it needed that it didn't have in that original build. So in addition to putting in the cockpit and lowering it down, giving us room to get out of it inside, which I'll show you in a second, and moving the guns around, I also changed the fuselage and I made it a little rounder than it was before with using some of the blocks there, and changed the front end a little bit too, so it has a whoops, doggone it, get away from me. So it has a little bit more smoother line coming down through here. Okay, sorry about that. Before, this wasn't quite as smooth, the line on the front, just because of the blocks that I had to work with back then, in addition to the fact that at that time I used half blocks, and it was really hard, and still sort of kind of hard to find, half blocks that, that you could do this with. So I basically changed everything to full blocks, made the thing a little bit wider and a little bit rounder, and I think it actually looks better. In addition to that, we also pulled all of the engines out in every single engine compartment and went through and colored and textures everything inside. And the reason we did that is because of the fact that there was a lot of blocks inside the engine compartment that I never actually textured or colored, and you could kind of see them, looking through the grates, and it looked terrible. We also upgraded all the grates to, let's turn that sensor off. It's going to drive me absolutely nuts. Okay. We also changed all of the grates to transparent grates because of the fact that those are going to be required here very soon with when Empyrion changes it so the thrusters cannot be blocked. Now, this thruster is partially blocked. I have not received a definite answer as to whether or not that matters. I don't know if they have to be completely 100% clear, or if partial blockage like this will matter. So I decided to leave it the way it is for now. And if it turns out to be a problem when that is a requirement, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So that pretty much takes care of what we did on the outside. Let's take a quick look at the changes that we made to the inside of the ship. So let's just go in there directly, since apparently our drone can't fit in that. There we go. Okay, so this is what the new cockpit area looks like. Now here again, the old cockpit was all the way up here, and you could just enter it by clicking on it, and then when you got out of it, in the original version, it would just spit you back out of the cabin. But then, of course, as you guys probably all know, Empyrion changed that, I think, in Alpha 8 or Alpha 9, to where you could no longer have a cockpit completely surrounded by blocks. And if you did, then it would either spit you outside of the ship itself, or you'd glitch into the blocks and then start taking damage. So basically what I made sure to do is have plenty of block space above the cockpit. And now we can get in and out of the cockpit without any trouble at all. It spits us out inside the ship, not outside, and we don't glitch into any blocks. And then, this arrangement in here is just made so that everything's airtight with the guns and all that. On the roof, we put a ammo controller and several extensions around it. I added some more oxygen tanks, some more fuel tanks to this little section here. I moved the armor lockers in the oxygen station up higher because they used to be down lower and you had to kind of get at them from the top, so we changed that. I picked up all the seats and redid the floor because there were some patches on the floor that were not textured. Let's see, I also redid the little glass walkway through here. Then in back here we've got ourselves a wireless connection. Oh, I also put the detector up there because the ship needed one of those as well. We have one container controller and then two big walls of extensions that wrap around here and go to the other side, which gives us a total of 9,754 volume. Now, I did load the ship up with some stuff and also took out a couple of POIs off camera just to kind of test everything out. And so that's what that extra loot and stuff is currently in the... oh, you know what? That stuff's in the ammo controller. That should not be in there. That should all be in here. But we're actually already over volume, though. So, and that's important because when we start Season 2, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to use weight and volume. So we're not going to be able to do this in Season 2, but in Season 1 it doesn't matter. Nevertheless, the point being that this has a total of almost 9,000 volume, which for a small vessel is quite a bit of space. So we won't be able to load it up like we have done here, though, when we start Season 2. Okay, so yeah, we put the extensions in here, and then all the way back in here I put in the shield generator and a couple of more RCSs, and just did a couple of other tweaks like that. And that's pretty much it for our upgrades here on the Raider. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to climb into the Raider. I've got, I should have ammo. I made some ammo off camera to load the ship up. So I still got a bunch of crap in there too from, you know, from the POIs and stuff that I did off camera. But anyway, we've got railgun bullets. We've got 1,500 and some plasma charges and about 420-ish rockets there for taking out the rest of those POIs. So that should be enough ammo to do that. And all I'm really doing is, again, just, you know, going to show you the Raider in action. That's the main goal. We're not going to actually worry about coring any of the POIs or going in and raiding them because this is the last episode, so there's not really any point in me, you know, gathering up the rest of that stuff. Okay, so let's do this. Let's hop in here, and we're going to pull on out and head down to the planet and just go and systematically take out the remaining POIs on Hypanos. And like I said, I'm going to cut the camera here and I'll cut the webcam rather, and we're going to go into time-lapse mode. We're going to play some cool music, and I hope you guys enjoy the montage here. And then at the end of it, I'll bring you back. We'll talk about Season 2, what's coming up, and then wrap up Season 1 here. Okay, so I'll be back in just a little while. Hope you guys enjoy. right, guys, we are back, and we're gonna go ahead and park the Raider into the hangar bay here. And I hope you guys enjoyed that little montage that we just did. Let's get her all the way up to the front, back off just a little bit, and down. Looks pretty good. Okay, cool. Let's cut the thrusters here and hop on out. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Taking the Raider out and come on, getting her broke back in, and taking out all those enemy POIs. That was a hell of a lot of fun. And then of course I did the mainframe at the end there. I haven't actually done the mainframe for a very long time. And as a matter of fact, I think I've only done it once before in multiplayer 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. So I didn't even remember exactly where everything was, but we figured it out and had a lot of fun doing that. So anyway, guys, this is it. This is it for season 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and enjoyed this season and everything that we did in it. We had a lot of fun. We brought in all of our big builds, all of my big builds, and got them all updated to Alpha 10, which was a lot of fun, and then took them out and had some fun with them. We didn't do a whole lot with the Blacklight itself in terms of exploration, but here's what's going to happen. Here's my plan, I should say, in season 2. Okay, what we're going to do is the plan is that we're going to start the season off with the hardest settings that Empyrion can have a set. Okay, everything is going to be as hard as it can get. That not only includes enemies, but it also includes leveling. It includes food. It includes degradation of weapons and equipment, the whole 9 yards. And the reason I'm doing that is because I just want to see if it can be done. And obviously it probably can be done, but can it be done and still make for enjoyable gameplay? I don't know the answer to that question. And so hopefully, we'll do this kind of as an experiment, and we'll try and answer that question in season 2. Now, if I get, several episodes into it and it just isn't fun at all, and I'm not enjoying it, then we probably will go ahead and make season 2 come to an abrupt end and start up season 3, with something a little bit less intense. But I want to give it a try. I just want to give it a try and see how it's going to go. And a lot of you have asked me in the comments to use weight and volume, so that we're going to have that on, of course, but we're not just going to have weight and volume on. We're going to have everything hard. Now, as far as modification goes, the only thing I'm planning on modifying in the game is I'm going to add more planets, more play fields in the config file. I'm not going to change anything else. No, no stack sizes, nothing like that. But I am going to use my buddy Common Cider's config file and add several more planets, so that way we have more places to explore. And as far as how long it'll take for us to get there, I really don't know, because I'm not expecting this to be easy, and that is kind of, after all, the whole point. The important thing, though, is it going to be fun? Okay, and so that's what's coming up in season 2. And we should probably be starting that up here really soon. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. And anyways, I think that's about it, guys. I think that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed, again, season 1 and this last final episode and the montage and all that. And I really appreciate everybody, watching the videos and supporting the channel. I am definitely a small channel, but that's okay, because you know what? I do this because I enjoy it. That's really the main reason. And of course, I do want more views and I want more subs. That stuff is important to me, but it's not really the main reason why I do this. I do it because it's fun. It's my hobby, and I'm glad that you guys can enjoy it along with me. Okay, I think that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share out the video on your social media, leave comments. All those things do help the channel. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to come and hang out with us on Discord and on Twitter. Or on Twitch rather. You can find the links to both of those places in the About section of the YouTube channel. And guys, we will see you in hardcore mode in season 2, coming right up. All right, have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.